one of the challenges of our governance is that people do not believe government officials. They have very low trust rating.
Sasabihin nila, ang bagal naman yan, saan na napunta ang pera, ganito, ganyan, na hindi naman talaga nila tinitingnan.
You also have the challenge of citizens not willing to take part and to do their share.
Nakikita lang nila yan pero hindi nila binubusisi. No, hindi sila nakakapag-monitor talaga. GWatch is an approach, no, is bringing together citizens and government to monitor, jointly monitor services critical to the people.
It's not just a need of government, it's a need of society in general to actually have a way by which citizens engage productively and constructively with the government.
Sa Dumaguete, health ng ginawang monitoring doon, particularly sa pagbibigay ng drugs and medicines ng local government unit doon sa mga barangay health stations.
Meron siya ka ng community monitoring of LGU provision of drugs and medicine.
Meron kaming monitors na mga out-of-school youth, mga domestic workers. Meron ding monitors sa mga estudyante at barangay officials, no? So halo-halo. Tinitingnan lang naman nila kung nandun sila sa barangay station, etong mga gamot ba na ito, essential drugs and medicines na kailangan anytime, no? At any given day. So andun ba yung mga vaccines? Sapat pa ba or kulang na? Pag kulang na, i-report nila yan para ma-replenish yung supply, no?
You cannot expect us to purchase a one-year supply of a certain medicine because of budget constraints.
The GWatch social accountability approach is joint monitoring. Good thing about joint monitoring is if you have there the government, the response would be faster. Ordinary citizens are able to voice out and tell the recommendations on how the services will be improved, and government are there. They are responding and they are telling the people what we can do, what we cannot do, the limitations, making them understand. But the most important part there is they are answering. So it's the culture of accountability that's starting to actually be built and enhanced and nurtured at the local level.
Sometimes we run out of medicine because of money constraints.
I've been talking to our volunteers, please, whatever you say, please give us a beautiful feedback, either right or wrong, for as long as that feedback is correct, because it's going to help each and every constituents of the city.
Submit mo mga questions sila.
We are not perfect, and most of the time, the deficiencies are sometimes overlooked. So if there is a third party who's going to do it for us, then that is very much better.
Sa Southern Leyte, dahil isang disaster-prone ang probinsya, no, mahalaga ang infrastructure para sa kanila. So yun yung napili. Natap namin ang civil engineering students ng St. Joseph College. Tiningnan talaga nila ang quality ng infrastructure projects na ini-implement ng local government unit. Sumusunod ba ito sa standards like tamang sukat, tamang dami ng semento, tamang ratio ng semento at tubig at graba? Tinitingnan din actually kung yung mga nakasulat sa program of works ay nandun talaga sa mismong project.
We develop easy and simple tools that will facilitate the monitoring so that ordinary citizens, whoever would want to participate, can participate. So the easy-to-use tools would just be a simple checklist of the standards that have to be followed in terms of quantity, quality, time, costs, process, and there's just a space there for citizens to check whether each of those standards are followed in the services.
I was expecting that it would be a violent session because, traditionally the government does not like being criticized or being questioned, but they accepted all our results, hook, line, and sinker, and then they apologized. What is surprising is they accept all their mistakes, they promise to correct it.
Iba sa Igapos kasi revenue generation. Nag-monitor sila nung kanilang environmental users fee. Ito ay paraan ng local government unit para makalikom ng mas marami pang pondo. At yung pondong yun ay gagamitin lang naman sa kanilang mga environmental projects, no? Naging monitors dito ang mga, well, may iba't ibang sektor, no? May mga pastor, may mga drivers din, at kasama rin dito ang mga barangay officials. Merong mga tickets, EUF tickets. Kung pupunta ka ng isang tourist spot, merong ibibigay sa iyo ng ticket at magbabayad ka. So, isa yun sa tiningnan. Nagbibigay ba ng ticket? Yung dami ng ticket na nakuha mula sa city government, binibilang yun at pagbalik nun, binibilang din. Ibig sabihin, kung naubos lahat ng ticket, dapat ganito kalaki ang pera na maibibigay. After makolekta na yung mga pondong ito, tinitingnan nila kung yun bang mga proyektong pinagagastusan ng local government na ang pondo ay galing sa EUF ay environmental projects kasi hindi nila pwedeng basta-basta nalang gamitin yung kung saan.
The GWAT social accountability approach, it's preventive. In the process of service delivery, if there are problems, you get to immediately report it, and that is immediately corrected. You get to also remind all those who are providing services that these are the standards you have to follow. And let's follow them because all those who are concerned, all the stakeholders are actually watching us and making sure that we are following it.
We are part of the citizenry. We can give consultation, advice. So, kinahanglan yun na mo ang citizen consultation or advice. Part na sila sa itong monitoring. So, why crimen, why anomalia, why corruption? Kay sila mo monitor man sa tanan.
Sa Puerto Princesa, minonitor ang implementation ng community-based sustainable tourism. Nakita nilang kailangan i-monitor ito dahil unang-una gusto nga nilang i-highlight ang kanilang turismo kasi doon din galing ang revenues nila. Tiningnan dito ay kung paano na itatag ang isang CBST site. Ay ito ba ay sumunod sa tamang proseso? May mga clearance ba sila mula sa authorities?
Good afternoon to everyone. I am Lady Mangrove, your tour guide interpreter. Hello.
After na tiningnan yan, kung maayos ba, nagkaroon ba ng sapat na training ang mga tao na tumatao ng ecotourism site. Ang nagbibigay nito ay ang usually local government unit, no? Tinitingnan din kung namomonitor ba ng local government or ng mga concerned agencies ang environmental protection.
Nasunod ba ang mga nakasalang kasunduan?
The GWAT social accountability approach is evidence-based. What we actually saw, what we actually observed. If you will ask government, you should do this not because there are some normatives, but because we saw it on the field and these are the effects. So it's evidence-based. It's based on really actual experience and based on data. And government gets to be more responsive if you have those hard data and evidence to support your recommendations.
Halinaw hirang sa barangay Kabayugan.
Nag-umpisa kami sa wala. No? Kaya nga sabi ko, from ugly duckling to beautiful swan. If our benchmark before is, pwede na yan suot mo as a frontliner. The okay before is no longer okay today. Ngayon, bonggang-bongga, kumakanta, sumasayaw, nag-e-entertain. So we're very happy with it.
Sa Bakawan galing.
Localization of GWAT is premised on the fact that most services to the Filipino people are delivered by local governments. Probably next to the president, mayors and governors are the most powerful officials of this country in terms of its real impact on the ground. So we believe that getting transparency and accountability, getting social accountability practiced with local governments would be a big step forward for the straight path to good governance.
Sa San Miguel, Bohol, yun ay pagmomonitor ng agrikultura, particularly yung kanilang rice production program. The local government unit has this program of subsidizing seeds for the farmers. So 50% of the amount, the cost is being paid by the local government unit and 50% by the farmers. We tapped the beneficiaries themselves, the farmers. They have to make sure that the quality of those seeds, the way it's being distributed, the training being given to these farmers to make them really use the seeds being given to them efficiently is really done by the LGU. That became very critical actually, because when the farmers receive the rice seeds, and if the LGU does not monitor them, meaning does not go to their farmland and check if the rice seeds really were planted and if they are really growing, then you would not really be able to achieve productivity.
The GWAT social accountability approach has to be community-based because you want the beneficiaries to be the ones checking. So you want to actually have that culture of claim making at the local, at the grassroots level. So citizens would actually demand good services from their government and can help their government also check whether they are actually receiving good services.
Pumasok yung monitoring, yung itong GWAT na to, napakaganda ang takbo ng agrikultura dito sa atin. Naka-award ang municipality sa Agri-Pinoy Rice Achievers Award.
For Naga City, it was education because meron talagang inaalat na mga funds or resources ang local government unit for education. Gusto nilang ma-monitor yun dahil sa dinami-dami ng malaki na yung investment nila, pero bakit malayo sila in terms of achievement scores. So they monitored provision of teachers, so hiring of teachers, quality of teachers being hired. They monitored school building projects, construction, allocation of school building projects. They monitored textbooks. They also monitored armchairs.
Sino ba yung mga nasa Kuwait?
They also included there the monitoring of their local program, which is QUEEN. So that's their universal education program, giving school supplies, etc. to school children to motivate them or encourage them to go to school.
With the entry of GWATs, well, it's a very welcome development for all of us here in the city of Naga. We cannot afford to make blunders here. We cannot afford to dilly-dally in our decisions because the people are watching. And we have been used to it. Because kung wala naman tayong ginagawang masama, bakit tayo matatakot?
Tonight is a celebration of the 6 local government units. Hopefully, you can serve as examples not only in the localities adjacent to where you are, but in the many localities in the country who are looking at best practices, who are looking at positive experiences, who are looking at LGUs as the models by which we'll be able to push development not only in the urban centers, but in the countryside as well.
Secretary Robrado inspired us very much in GWAT in further developing the program, precisely because he has been doing it at the local level in Naga when he was mayor, in getting communities and getting citizens involved in government. And that's what GWAT is all about. I mean, getting to a place where we can say this is the people's government and not a government separated from the people.